How excited are you to watch this, Luke?
I've been looking forward to it all day. I want to
So,
watch it right now. Hit play, you stupid person.
all right, fine.
Hey, just give it. Oh my goodness, I'm so stoked. I need Borderlands in my veins.
Elephant.
Oh, that was cool. TDR trucks. Oh wow. Give me all the loot. Give it to me. Sorry.
Oh, we went to belly
Borderlands.
switches.
Dude,
What
that's
the
cool.
fuck was that thing?
It's so Borderlands, you know?
It totally is.
You get to design your own.
Hey, the
vehicles.
Akira
It's so
slide.
cool.
Has been enacted. Violators.
Yeah,
That.
it looks so good already. It just looks beautiful. Give me all the Jacob's weapons that you have. I'm worried about what you heard there. Was give me a lot of Jacob's weapons. What I said was
Borderlands is
give
an
me
unforgiving
all the
sci-fi
Jacob's
universe
weapons that you
where
have.
life is cheap.
Oh man, I'm so stoked, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff happening in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go back and rewatch it a little bit more, just to like super deep dive analyze things. But there's so many good changes coming. Holy crap! That 20 and a half minutes flew by. My
It
goodness.
really did. It went by pretty quick. Reactbot, how did you feel about that trailer?
Bro is wrong for that one.
No, I think that there was a lot of positive stuff going on in there.
Yeah, like I think one of the like this cannot be overstated. Not having to save quit farm is so good.
Yeah,
That saves you so much time, so much frustration. You can just farm bosses super fast, farm named enemies, all that stuff so much faster. There's so much like new movement tech in this game too.
true.
Like
So-
so much more movement.
So what do we
stuff.
have? Slides, ground pounds, jetpacks, vehicles, mantling. Yeah, you haven't really been able to like climb up walls in a Borderlands.
No,
game
like
before,
yeah,
right?
being able to scale walls is in.
Yeah,
like I'm
it's
sure it's
very
only going to be
Doom.
certain types of walls, like
yeah,
Doom.
yeah. It's like textured walls, like
But-
whatever. Yeah, that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that stuff is cool.
I
Let's
this is going to be a hot take. This is going to be a hot take. You ready?
hit me.
I'm glad that they limited the grapple to only grappleable things. You know why?
Why is that?
Because one of the biggest problems with Halo Infinite's campaign is that you could just grapple anywhere, and you didn't have to like use vehicles and stuff very much, and you would just like grapple through things so quickly that you would just miss out on things. I think that it's a good change, just in the interest of not being able to just fly through things so quickly. And I think if they're designed around the encounters, it just makes it just gives you more options. It doesn't feel mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's my hot take.
A necessary limitation on an otherwise
Yeah.
like broken movement ability. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally.
That's a very good description of what I just said. That was way better than the way I said it.
So
anyway, what
while,
were you gonna
while-
say?
While we're on the topic of movement, the vehicle thing is really interesting. So
I
in
agree.
previous Borderlands, you would either have to commandeer vehicles out in the wild or go to a catch a ride station. This kind of treats it like Torrent in Elden Ring, where you just
Or
push a button
Destiny.
and your vehicle just appears. I was actually
Yeah,
going to
it's
say, like, I've never played Destiny, but there was a lot about this that reminded me of Destiny, just the way it looks.
Yeah, yeah. The look is kind of similar, but yeah, the whole like digistructing your vehicle just out in the wild, just whenever.
Mhm.
is a really neat change, and yeah, that's exactly what Destiny does. You can see a lot of DNA from different shooter games in this game. Like I saw some Halo Infinite stuff in there. I saw some Destiny stuff in there. Like it's just it seems like they've taken like good bits from a lot of different places and put them in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a lot to be excited about. And I like the idea of your vehicle as a mount, and there seems to be quite a lot of customization that you can do. You know, the vehicles, they said that like there's going to be different classes of vehicles, and you can change out like their bodies and change colors and change their stats up in different ways. That all seems like really cool and interesting.
I'm sure that you'll be able to change the weapons on your vehicle, but that probably comes with different classes use different weapon types.
Yeah,
That's probably
yeah.
what that is. So,
Totally. So,
um,
you want to just keep talking about customization because it kind of seems like it goes even further beyond just the vehicles.
yeah, it seems like you can customize your Vault Hunter pretty extensively, kind of like you could in Wonderlands. A little bit.
Well, Wonderlands was a completely custom character, and these
Yeah, that's what I
are
mean.
specific characters.
I know they're specific characters, but it seems like you can change just about anything you want on them. It seems like.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, they had a little bit of that in Borderlands 3 where you had different outfits and costumes and stuff, and I imagine that it'll be somewhat similar to that. There was that customization menu that you spotted in the like start
In the
screen
menus.
or whatever, the menu screen there. And I wonder what else is in there. 'Cause,
Yeah, probably guns, skins.
Well, I assume that the car is in there, and maybe it
Gun
is all of
skins.
your guns and your appearance and stuff is all through there. It'd be kind of nice to not have to like go somewhere to do all of that stuff if it's just
Yeah, having to go
with
back
you
to
all the time.
Sanctuary for a lot of different stuff. Like the only thing that I can see, like you have to go to like a central place, is like your stash. Like I understand that, like limiting the inventory and like limiting like your backpack space and all that, but everything else, just let us do it on the fly.
Yeah, it can kind of disrupt the flow of a game if you have to constantly go back to a home base to do certain things.
Yeah, and
like,
I
for some
think
things that
that's
makes
what-
sense, but
Yeah, like especially like weapons and artifacts and shields and stuff like that. They didn't even talk about shields. That's not something that they got into at all. Trying to think. Like maybe they just do stash and skill tree stuff. You have to go back to the central hub. Being able to like just respec whenever you want to just seems, I don't know. Like you could change it in the middle of a fight and like just completely like break the fight if you have a specific build for like each specific thing. I don't know what I'm getting at specifically, but I think it's a good idea to keep your stash and your respec at a central hub.
yeah, we'll see
Or-
how that plays out. We didn't really get too much into the skill trees to see like what
And we only got to see 2 Vault Hunters. There's 2
True.
more Vault Hunters we didn't get to see. But I saw the one that I'm going to be playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing Rafa.
I don't know which one I'm going to be playing yet.
I was sold as soon as I saw the 2 energy swords in the first trailer.
Oh, the energy swords thing was cool.
That's what sold me on that character. I was like, okay, I get 2 swords. That's my action skill. Let's get it.
You can Beyblade your way through the game.
Yeah. Well, and I had a similar experience with Borderlands 3. As soon as I saw Zane, I was like, yep, that's my guy. I can. It takes me all of like 2 minutes after seeing the Vault Hunters to know who I'm gonna play.
See, and I'm exactly the opposite. I've always been so like apprehensive about that decision every single time.
I make a decision and be like, you know what, that's my dude, and that makes it real easy. Come when the game launches, I can just pick
Yeah.
my guy and I'm off.
And then I'm agonizing over that all the way up until I get to the character select screen.
Yeah, and then we have to sit there and wait for Andrew to
10
pick his
minutes for me to
character.
pick a fucking character. I don't know why I'm
He has to go through and he looks all through the descriptions. He has to flip through every single one, and yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid, but that's how I do it.
I mean, here's my theory. You ready?
What you got?
You're just gonna play the Siren. That's what you always play.
It's not what I
Just pick the
always
siren.
play.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You played Maya. When we played Borderlands 2, he played Maya, and when we played Borderlands 3, he played Amara. You've played. Well, actually, no. You played Salvador when we played Borderlands 2 together. I'm wrong. I just remembered that. But you played Maya on your first one.
Yeah,
I know
did.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
I kind of do
So-
gravitate towards like the sorcerer characters in every
Yeah.
RPG I ever play.
Yeah. You like mages.
Yeah, I kind of do. I'm a
Yeah.
dirty mage enjoyer.
Yeah, and you were the spell shot in Wonderlands, and oh man, just so much to be excited for. I think like we have 8 gun manufacturers, but 4 of them are brand new, and we don't have any doll. Let's see who is all missing. Doll is missing. Hyperion is missing.
Oh, Hyperion is. They mentioned Hyperion
yeah.
though as a part.
Did they?
They for sure did.
For
yeah.
instance.
Yeah, they
Oh,
didn't
pause,
mention
pause, pause.
Hyperion, but there it is.
Hyperion is there. Okay, that makes me happy. So you can get Hyperion parts. So maybe you'll be able to get doll parts on guns in a similar fashion, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's hope and pray, because I love doll as a manufacturer. I love doll, and they've been in the game since Borderlands 1. It would be very shameful not to have anything doll related in this game. Like,
I mean,
they've been around forever.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me like wonder what they're withholding, you know? Because like they
Yeah,
don't mention
yeah.
Hyperion, but then it shows up in this screen.
Yeah.
So like Hyperion guns are obviously going to be there. So
Yes.
does that mean? But when they
So,
start this
Ripper
section, they're
stuff-
like, we have eight manufacturers, and that kind of seems like a final thing, but it clearly doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So let me go through them. So we have 5 OGs, right, and then 3 new ones, right?
Yeah, so we can talk about the new ones here. So the order.
So Ripper is the bandit one. Ripper is the bandit class, or the Children of the Vault weapons. It's basically the Psychos weapons,
Yeah, the full auto dealio.
like and inaccurate. Maybe they'll spell the names of the guns wrong, and there you go.
Yeah. And then that
But
other,
anyway, yeah,
other
the
one
order.
was order, which gives you charge shots.
So that kind of replaces the Malawan gimmick from the last game,
Yeah.
because Malawan you had to charge up things too before they would shoot. And then we've got
the
I don't even know how to
Daedalus.
pronounce
Daedalus.
Daedalus.
He's
Daedalus.
the Greek god that forges weapons.
Oh, neat reference.
Yeah, I know that because I play Hades.
Hey, Hades is a good game.
Hades is a fantastic game.
I'm just super just interested in seeing all the different parts on everything. I think that's going to be such a cool mechanic. It's going to make farming that much more intense, though, because you're
to
going to
what
be going for specific parts.
To what
on each gun.
extent can you? Because are they just going to spawn with this kind of stuff, and that's just how it is, or are you going to be able to take parts off and replace them?
I'm guessing it's going to be the former, because that would just remove like the desire to farm if you could just save parts.
Yeah, but that would make it so much easier to get the guns you actually want.
Yeah, but that takes away the farming aspect of it, and farming is core to Borderlands. But they made it a lot easier. You don't have to save quit farm anymore. You can just reset the encounter.
True.
Like, that is such a good change. You don't have to quit out. You don't have to reinvite your friends. Like, I'm sure that it's going to be very similar to Borderlands 3, where you can opt into instanced loot versus competition loot.
I think they actually specifically mentioned that somewhere.
Yeah.
It was right around where they were talking about like the difficulty levels. Let's see, there's our
Wasn't that at the beginning?
skills. I thought it was towards the end, but maybe I'm misremembering. Where they were
I thought
talking
it was
about the different ways that you can play with each other.
You don't have to worry about loot ninjas stealing your drops, as loot is always instanced for each player. Plus,
There you
if
go.
you ever get split up, you can easily fast travel to your friends. And 2 players.
Oh, you can
split
even
screen
fast
with
travel
friends,
to
so you can
people.
enjoy
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ew.
that's better than fast traveling to a vehicle. You can just fast travel to another person. That's great.
Yeah. Well, where your mount is basically always there. That makes sense. Yeah. So
Yeah,
no option for competitive loot. It sounds like it's just
yeah,
always
and I
instanced.
I think that is just fine.
I don't
I hate
feel
the
like there were many instances where people would choose to do competitive loot.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest problems playing co-op and Path of Exile is everything is freaking the loot is the same for everybody and you have to like
Yeah.
just divide it up essentially. Freaking loot ninjas everywhere. All of your friends are loot ninjas, and if they say different, they're lying.
I don't know. Taylor and I played Path of Exile without any issues.
I know, but you are all loot ninjas if you could be. You all think about it. But anyway, super stoked for this game. I'm probably gonna watch this a few more times just on my own.
Lots to
Need this
be
game.
excited for. I'm glad that Talk to Lilith is not gone away.
Yep. It's a Borderlands staple at this point.
Yeah, she just can't die because she just has to be there.
And I'm okay with Lilith coming back. That's just fine. I like Lilith as a character, so
I
I'm
mean,
not.
that's kind of been a Borderlands thing throughout the series is you introduce new characters in a game and then they come back as NPCs in later installments.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I am hoping that we run into more like Borderlands 2 characters like we did in 3. I hope they're still around as well, not just
Hmm.
Borderlands 3 Vault Hunters. I hope that they use them more in the story too though because like I like new NPCs and new characters, but you could like cut so much time off of your development time if you just used your old NPCs for like missions. You know what I mean? So out of all the here's the last question I'm going to ask.
Sure.
Out of all the manufacturers that didn't come back from, Borderlands 3 or Borderlands 2, which one are you the most like bummed about that they didn't show off or aren't in the game?
I mean, they killed off Maya, which feels bad.
Well, I know gun manufacturer.
Oh, gun manufacturers. I
I
thought you
said
meant
gun
returning
manufacturer.
characters. Gun manufacturers. I
Yes.
mean, Torg is awesome. I'm glad to see that one. Um, there are no Hyperion guns just feels kind of weird, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's the one that I'm most bummed about is that they said like they haven't specifically said that there's not going to be Hyperion, but also there was a Hyperion part in there.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder if they're holding back on us.
I mean, clearly they are, and I wonder if there's just like they're still doing a lot of development and
Hmm. I mean, we're 5 months
potentially
away from
cutting
release still.
content and
We're
figuring
five
out how
months away from
these other
release.
characters are going to work. Like, there's quite a lot to do, I think, for them.
Yeah. I think out of all the ones that didn't get added back specifically, like said, is Hyperion for me. I love Hyperion so much.
Mm-hmm.
And that just like there's so many iconic Hyperion weapons too that they would be cutting, like the conference call and like the bitch SMG and the redistributor and like there's just so many iconic like staple Borderlands guns that would be cut if there is no Hyperion manufacturer. Same with Doll.
Are you anticipating them bringing back some legendaries from other games?
Oh, 100% they will. How could they not? They've done that in every Borderlands game up until this point. The number one legendary gun that I want back, it should be very easy for everybody that knows me, and it's the Maggie. The Maggie needs to be in this game. It's my favorite gun in any Borderlands game.
Is there any gun that's been in every Borderlands game? Like, what's their Moonlight Greatsword?
I don't know. That's a good question. My knowledge of Borderlands 1 is very limited. I couldn't tell you what was in and the pre-sequel. I have never played either of those games.
Well, go. You got time to play through
Eh.
them. You got to play as
I was spoiled
Claptrap in
by
the pre-sequel.
No, if I'm playing as anybody in the pre-sequel, it's going to be the doppelganger. I'm playing as Timothy.
Some call me Tim.
Yep, Timothy. He's my guy. And in Borderlands 1, I'd probably play Mordecai.
I don't even remember
But-
Borderlands 1 hardly at all. I did play through it. I don't think I beat it though.
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, that's the end of the video, I think. I think we're good here. Let us know in the comments what you're excited about. We're Borderlands 4. We want to hear
Yeah, give us your predictions, your hot takes, all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
Respond to my hot take about the grappling hook. I think that's a good change.
Well, any final words from ReactBot before we go?
Bro's giving me the ick.
I can't hear him, so I'm gonna have to watch the video back. So,
he says, "Bro's giving me the ick."
oh shoot. Anyway, bye bye.